Carmelo!
No, I said don't do it.
Don't do it. Just as I predicted.
Man, I know.
Going to the Rockets.
Oh, man.
1 year, $2.4 million.
Veteran minimum. Almost no money at all. But of course, he's
much.
still getting paid. He's
Exactly.
still getting paid. Don't worry about Melo.
Hawks bottom out so they could waive him.
I heard that, it's the presence of CP. Because CP is a very strong leader. Previously in New York, it didn't work between Carmelo and D'Antoni.
Yeah.
And Jeremy.
And yeah, it didn't work between him and Jeremy either. So at first I was like, dang, is Carmelo going back to the Hawks?
Yeah, to chase Jeremy down.
Yeah.
So Melo on the Rockets. Why could this work?
Because they said CP is like a stabilizing element.
And they're best buddies.
Yeah, they're both Jordan Brand.
Yeah.
So you
they
think-
got good connection already.
So in a previous checkup, I had said, I do not think Melo should start on any top 20 team. He could very well start for a top 3 team in the Rockets. Maybe top 2, some people say.
yeah, I mean, the
Yeah,
Rockets
I mean,
don't got a
Rockets
small
could
forward right
still be-
now.
Who said that he's gonna start?
Who's going to start over him in the Rockets?
They could pick
They
up
lost
somebody.
Trevor Ariza. They
pick-
lost
Do
Mute.
you think Melo's gonna be okay with not starting finally? Under leadership of Chris Paul, you got James Harden. He's gonna be okay. Do you think they called him up before he signed? It was like,
No.
Yo, Melo, this is CP. Just want to let you know, man, you might not start.
Nah. Play the Melo a bit.
But hey, bro, they talking about me not starting, man. They start laughing. This is
I don't know. I feel like he's gotta have a
No.
different attitude. He's gotta have a
I
different
think
attitude.
he's just gotta be okay with getting benched, because if defensively he just doesn't have it, and sometimes even sometimes he misses his shots.
No, to be honest, as bad as Melo played this season, this might sound crazy, he was probably better defensively than he was offensively.
Okay.
The way I see, you gotta look at how bad he shot offensively.
Yeah.
I seen him like in the regular season or playoffs. When he was playing hard defense, he hit all the rotations. He was getting at Russ. He was getting at PG. For playing weak defense, let the guy drive by him like nothing. Or somebody else didn't hit the rotation.
Do you think he was thinking in his head, man, if y'all gonna take all the shots, y'all better rotate on defense?
For real.
No, I felt like, all right, I know what you're talking about. There was a time when Melo got super mad. And then, but I was like, I felt like that's because Melo was just like, man, I just started playing defense, and then you guys are missing your rotations. I'm super mad now.
And you guys are taking all the shots.
Yeah.
For real, yeah.
Which is still not a good attitude to have, obviously, but
No, I understand. I understand how it feels, man. Like you play organized ball, you put in all your efforts. I'm not saying Melo does this, but if you put in all your effort to play super hard defense, you did your job,
No,
and then
I
your
feel that
teammates
way.
are slacking.
For
and
sure.
you're just wasting your own energy,
For sure.
man.
Well, you feel like just because you try hard, and if no one else does, then there's still gonna be openings for the opposing team. So then it's just gonna break down anyways.
Right.
Even if you're trying hard. So that's why everybody gotta try hard on defense. But
All right, let me ask you guys this.
anyways, let's finish up.
Is
with
Melo
that.
to the Rockets gonna work? Are they gonna be better or worse?
Well, right now I think they're still worse.
A lot of people think
Yeah.
they're
I
worse.
still think they're worse than with Ariza.
Yeah, Riza and Luke Bob.
Luke
Ariza
Mbamute.
fits perfect in the system.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean I think they're
Obviously,
currently at their current state, they are worse.
losing Ariza, which plays defense and was a great spot-up shooter, you're expecting Melo to do that and better.
They
and
gotta
y'all
get
can't
someone
do
else.
that.
They gotta get someone else, man. I don't think Melo can start on that team. If they're gonna compete against the Warriors, no.
You know what, man? I believe in Melo,
Nah.
man. This is rejuvenation, man. This is his year. Like,
Rejuvenation, man. I don't think there's rejuvenation with Melo. What are you rejuvenating?
From how bad he is, any kind of progression will be some type of rejuvenation.
Oh no, man. I say the Rockets are worse right now. You say
I say they will be better.
by the beginning of the year.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. They might struggle in a little bit at the beginning. I think Melo will pick it up.
They're better than what they were this season.
They will
better
be
than
better.
the number one record.
The number one Rockets right now. They'll do better.
I think they're actually going to pick up a starting 3, have Melo come off the bench, and he'll prove his worth when they have a spell hitting clutch shots in the playoffs. He'll be able to come through and deliver. Because, Melo...
So will they be better than the Rockets this year?
If they make some additional moves. If they pick up another player.
So, no pickup, they're worse. If they don't pick up another 3, they're worse.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Melo has to start, they're worse.
They're the worst regular season team.
Yeah, okay.
Moving on to probably one of the biggest trades in this offseason, Kawhi Leonard and DeMar DeRozan swapped.
I didn't expect it.
That was crazy.
You didn't expect
some
it?
people said it.
I expected it, but obviously I didn't think they were gonna throw DeRozan like that. I thought they were gonna ship something with like Kyle Lowry and maybe some like 2 or 3 other guys.
No.
But to get rid of DeRozan
Yeah,
like that?
I thought they would keep DeRozan and get rid of Lowry.
What was the thinking behind that? Do we know why? Why'd they get rid of DeRozan and not Lowry? DeRozan obviously a better trading piece.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
Well, you would have had to throw in package more assets.
Basically, it's a swap of 3 for a 3. That's pretty much what it was.
DeRozan's 3. I think 2.
DeRozan's a 2. But you know what? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Kawhi's a 2-3.
They're pretty
Kawhi's a 2-3,
similar. You know what I'm saying?
Also, DeRozan, he had a really bad playoffs. He got sat in the 4th. He looked.
He had a bad year this year in the playoffs, man.
He looked disengaged.
He gave up, man. He gave up.
He wasn't even like really going in the huddles and stuff like that.
He can't shoot in the playoffs. Horrible shooter in the playoffs.
20% from 3.
How bad do you feel for DeMar? Because he deleted all his Instagram photos. He had those Instagram stories. He already battles with like some form of depression. So I was like, damn, I felt really bad for him. Because everybody's like, yo, he's loyal. Of course, Raptors fans loves him. But I'm like, watch when they start playing next season. I think you're going to be okay with Kawhi.
I think both teams won on that trade. If I'm saying, look, everyone wants to say Kawhi's gonna leave for sure after his 1-year deal or whatever. But this is what I'm thinking: if Kawhi in Toronto wins games or wins the conference, the Eastern Conference, make it to the finals, I think he might stay.
Even though he really wants to go to LA.
I don't really want him to come to LA, to be honest.
No, I mean one of the LA teams,
right?
Not the LA.
Oh, you mean
the
like
other
he would
LA.
go to the Clippers? I don't think he will go to the Clippers.
That's what they said. They said he wants to go back to LA somehow.
Even if he will play for the Clippers?
I heard that he would play for the Clippers.
Is he going to be the next CP3?
I wouldn't mind seeing Kawhi on the Clippers, though.
That would be kind of tight.
Like a battle in LA,
2 top 5 players.
Yeah, LeBron versus Kawhi would be.
The Toronto Raptors have a great organization and they have a great fan base.
They're just bad at drafting and trading.
Yeah, and they're also like nobody believes in them, and they tend to live up to that. Nobody believes in Canadians.
Yeah.
Stereotype in the playoffs.
Maybe Kawhi believes he can make such a big impact in just 1 year. I think if I'm Kawhi, I'm taking it upon myself to prove to everybody again how great I am. Get all that whole Kawhi not talking to Pop, all that drama out of people's minds.
He has to back it up now.
Yeah, he has to do something.
He has to back because he was being a big old baby.
Maybe Kawhi's smiling because he's like, I'm in the East now.
Yeah. And LeBron's not here.
He's not in one of those cities like New York where the media are gonna roast him, pick his social life apart. He's in a city that's just gonna show him unconditional 150% love. Canadians are pretty polite.
They're pretty nice.
They're culture.
Nice. They're pretty forgiving.
They're not mean like Philadelphia and New York.
So how do you think DeRozan's gonna do in the Spurs? I'm gonna say he might do pretty good under Popovich. Popovich might develop him to be,
LA.
If he made Kawhi be as good as he is, DeRozan, I feel like we always been sleeping on DeRozan, or we criticize DeRozan because there's facts, based off his performance. But I think Popovich might make him pretty good.
I think if I'm DeRozan, I'm sad that I got traded, but I'm looking at it like I'm gonna play under one of the best coaches of all time.
And systems, yeah.
He's gonna even do a better job than Toronto of putting him in his spots where he's gonna be able to be successful.
Yep.
In Toronto, a lot of 2-man game. They gotta create too much.
You know what I like? He's a really good slasher and cutter.
Yeah.
So I feel like with the good passing system in Spurs, he's gonna get a lot more easier buckets rather than working so hard going isolation.
You mean Clay type buckets?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. And you know what? I will say that I had doubts about LaMarcus Aldridge when he went to San Antonio, but he ended up playing really well.
It took him a year though.
It did take him a year.
I feel like you're not gonna see as much mid-post fadeaway DeRozan. Because Pop, at least
Kawhi did it a little bit, but obviously it's not gonna be like a majority of the offense is gonna be focused on DeMar.
He's not gonna have that much time to shimmy that much, nah.
But like you said, easier buckets. I think DeRozan's he's focused on the lifestyle aspects right now.
Mm-hmm.
But once the basketball kicks in, he's going to an even more superior organization.
Mm-hmm. Right.
One of the best organizations.
It's known for prolonging people's careers. Nobody really hates playing in San Antonio if they truly have a love for the game of basketball.
If they enjoy basketball, yo.
Yeah, you got a good young guard. You got
DeJounte
you
Murray.
still got LA there, and
Yeah. And also, I think Popovich coached him on Team USA.
And they got Brian Forbes back. He was a really good backup. Solid point guard, gets the job done.
I just thought a lot of people were too caught up in the fact that the Raptors told him a week before that they weren't going to trade him. First of all, why would a team tell you whether or not you're about to be traded? Because you can fake an injury, actually get injured. That's the team. Think about it just from a business perspective. Why would you tell the players?
no. At the end of the day, the GMs and the back office man, they got to take care of business. Regardless of how players feel, regardless if players have a house in that city, got a family, that's part of the game. That's also why they get paid millions of dollars a year, so that you can ship them out when the second you need to. I watched a lot of podcasts about loyalty, and people were like, there was never loyalty in organizations because at the end of the day, their goal is to make money. I'm not saying it's right. I feel bad for DeMar at the end of the day because the fans loved him and stuff like that, but it is true. How many more years you gonna do the Kyle Lowry and Derozan sucking in the playoffs thing?
That's true. You want to
How many more
years?
years?
What's best for organization.
I felt like this was the year the Toronto fans actually had kind of given up.
Yeah.
Like when they started getting swept and it started going down 2-0, people were just like, yeah, man, it's just...
Guys, at the end of the day, Toronto, this is better. It's better to switch things up.
We've been saying they should break up Lowry and DeRozan, man. We've been saying
Yo,
that.
man, I said break up KD and Wes. I
Yeah.
said that a long time ago, too, because you see something doesn't work.
Chicago native, Jabari Parker, back to the Bulls. How do you feel about that?
Another Simeon high school player.
Cool.
Shout out to D Rose, also from Simeon, right? And that's why he had to defend D Rose.
I like Jabari's game a lot, man. I just feel for him. He messed up his knees.
Injuries.
It's just kind of like D Rose, but Chicago natives, they got a lot of love for their hometown, man. Like he rep, Chi-Town. He reps D Rose. He thinks D Rose is one of the best Bulls of all time, which I'm sure he was or he is. D Rose is one of my favorite players, and just that interview, it just gave me a lot more respect for Jabari after he praised D Rose and how much he brought to the town of Chicago and everything.
Man.
You want to talk about a downhill player who plays downhill and attacks the rack like he got a band strapped to his waist?
Yeah,
His
he can only go
build
forward.
is crazy. He's like another big/chubby body, stocky, big guard. He's not a guard. He's a forward. So he's even bigger.
I saw pictures of Jabari when he was a kid. He was fat. Man. That made me like Jabari even more.
So how you think he's gonna do?
I think Chicago has a lot of good talent, and with the Bulls organization, with the new team and all the young core, they re-signed Zach LaVine. They got Chris Dunn, even though Chris Dunn sometimes could be shaky, inconsistent. But they got a
highlight players.
Yeah, they got a lot of good pieces, man.
They're gonna be in the top 10.
I'll tell you,
They got.
He's gonna be fun to watch. I don't know about how much they're actually gonna win though.
Hey, if Lauri Markkanen can develop, he had a pretty good rookie year. So like I said, they got a lot of good pieces.
I just don't know if they have a floor general.
All they're missing.
the leader, yeah.
All they're missing is that leader, that superstar player, or not even a superstar. They need an all-star player. Obviously, those guys can develop.
I even think a Mike Conley tier who's
I think a pass first. Chris Dunn's not pass first.
Not really.
Not really.
50-50.
I think they need a clear pass first leader.
I think Memphis would be maybe trying to unload Mike Conley's gigantic contract.
I would love to see Conley on the Bulls. I think in a Bulls uniform, I think that'd look cool.
But
Go
I'm
to
just
the
saying,
Bulls.
like you said, you need somebody who's on the floor, telling people where to go, what rotations to hit.
Listen, they got a lot of firepower, but I could see that not gelling together.
They got the energy, the hunger. They just don't got the
athleticism.
smarts and leadership.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Gortat leaving the Wizards and then Dwight coming in?
Man, I think. I hope
Dwight's coming off of a good year.
Yeah, Dwight's coming out one of his best years since Orlando. So I hope he continues to do it, because if he continue to do it, I think Washington could be pretty. We always say this every year, man. Washington's always a top team, but they're kind of like the Raptors. Due to injuries and stuff,
Don't believe in John Wall.
True. That's what I'm saying.
As a winner.
Theoretically, I would agree with you in the sense that they have a higher ceiling with Dwight than Gortat, because Gortat, he was kind of limited.
He was reaching a ceiling, I think. Yeah.
Mike Bees though.
Mike Bees.
Mike Bees to the Lakers,
Mike
man.
Bees.
Hey, aka Melo from the left.
Lefty Melo.
Melo from the left.
When he played in New York, Mr. Paint My Fingernails.
Hey, that Lakers team looks fun.
No, they
that Lakers team bus and playing is gonna be hell funny.
I don't even know the IGs that come out of that. If they do that, it's gonna be
hilarious.
But yeah, I don't like the Michael Beasley pickup though. I think that's one level too unstable.
David's like, nah, they went too far.
They went too
They
far.
went from JaVale McGee to Lance Stevenson, and then they went over the top when they signed Michael Beasley.
I believe in LeBron's ability. I think that Lakers team is going to surprise everybody with those guys. He's going to make those guys look like they never did any of that stupid stuff. At least for a season.
Just for a season.
For at least one season. And then they'll trade and then get like maybe better players.
I think they're going to be a 4th seed.
No, I said they're gonna be a 5th seed.
Well, they could be really anything if you look at the seeding this past year. 3 to 9 was like determined by 2 games. So I think Lakers could be, I think 5 or 4.
Yeah, man. So much movement, man. Pop up the picture from Instagram where it says, would you, 3 years ago, if I told you none of these players play for their team anymore? There was like so many all-stars on that list. There was just a massive amount of player movement this offseason.
I like it though. I like it.
And players who have been on the team for a while.
Just to shake it up, man. Just to shake it up.
Last thing, I got to give a shout out because I gave him most improved player prediction in a video with you. I said Mario Hezonja was going to win MIP, and he just got a contract to start on the Knicks alongside Kevin Knox, and Porzingis is out for a while. I might be right.
Knicks is going to be fun.
They just hope he doesn't do any transition behind the back passes.
He probably will. He probably will.
No, I want to see it on the Knicks, man. They'll like it.
I think the Garden will even like it if he just tries and it's close.
I think they're just trying to see their team like try hard and have fun.
No, he has a lot of fire in him.
Yo, you know what was really interesting? Did you ask me off camera? No, you asked me about Brandon Jennings. Because isn't that a player that the internet like still kind of loves?
Dude.
But the teams hate him.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, where is Brandon Jennings right now?
No, that is a player you gotta ask that question.
Yeah, so like,
I don't think he's on the team right now.
guys, do you think NBA team's gonna sign Brandon Jennings or not? Yo, man, a lot of big changes happening around the league, which is good, is crazy. Expect to see some, new stuff, new players and new uniforms next season.
Yo, isn't it even the NBA anymore?
It is good. I'm just saying, it's excited, man. But that wraps up for this video, man. Stay tuned for another video because I'm sure there's gonna be more changes coming up again, man.
Yo, I want to see where Jamal Crawford ends up.
I hope Dame comes to LA. That's what I'm saying. But what about you? What do you expect? You expecting anything?
Nah, man.
All right, leave down in the comments below.
Scratch your head.
I'm just too tired, man.
Yo, say something like you're looking for see who else the Lakers pick up. Aren't you interested to see who else the Lakers pick up beyond who they already got?
Yeah, that's true. Who? I want to know.
Yo, they're getting to get Brandon Jennings.
That'll be lit.
That'll be
That'll be
lit.
lit. That'll be lit.
Back at home? Oh man,
Oh,
is that
yeah,
trouble though, or is that good news? Is that good news or bad news?
We're gonna-
Him
Back
and
home?
Beasley on the same team.
Oh man.
man.
LeBron's the greatest if he can make Michael Beasley a champion. All right, that's it.
Take
He's
away.
the greatest. I don't care. Over Jordan.
Let us know down in the comments below, what are you expecting from other NBA teams, or which NBA players that you think are gonna be moving on the trading block, or any re-signing with anybody else. And number 2, let us know what other questions you guys would like us to talk about or discuss in the next video. Shout out to Andrew and David from the Fung Brothers. Make sure to check out the channel. The social media all will be in the description box down below. Check out my social media. And until next time, we are out. Peace.